punished for protecting Inc.
Hi, my name is Francesca Amato, and for those of you that don't know me, I am an award-winning legal advocate. I have a multifaceted expert background in articles of human rights, as well as the Americans with Disability Act. I am a forensic expert, and I do this work all over the nation. My team and I have a background and specialize in domestic violence and child abuse. I'm here to tell you today that family court orders must be in compliance with the Americans with Disability Act. This means that judges have a critical responsibility to ensure that their decisions do not discriminate against individuals with disabilities or cause harm that exacerbates existing disabilities or causes disabilities. And our judges are not doing that. Unfortunately, many judges fail to prioritize child safety and instead place children with their abusers. This can have devastating and long-lasting consequences, including physical, emotional, psychological trauma. In fact, placing children with their abusers can lead to the development of disabilities such as anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Every child has the right to safety, security, and well-being, as enshrined in the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child. This includes the right to protection from all forms of violence, abuse, and neglect. Children also have the right to the highest attainable standard of health, education, and social services, which we want to touch on that a little later, not the ones that we see established through our government, which enables them to thrive and reach their full potential. Furthermore, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, in which I'm credentialed as an expert, affirms that everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of person, as well as the right to a standard of living adequate for their health and well-being. Children have the right to pursue happiness and live a life free from fear, violence, and trauma. When these family court judges make decisions that prioritize the rights of the abusers over the safety and well-being of the children, they are not only causing harm to the child, but also potentially violating federal laws, including, but not limited to, the Americans with Disability Act and the Child Abuse Prevention and Treatment Act, known as CAPTA, as well as international human rights laws. As a society, we must hold our family court system accountable for prioritizing child safety and complying with federal laws and international human rights standards that protect families. We must ensure that judges are trained to recognize the signs of abuse and neglect and that they take into account the potential consequences of their decisions on the child's well-being. Now, we know that all the training in the world, and some of them could probably have all the training in the world, it still doesn't stop them from making court orders that harm our children. My organization does so many different things to save and protect your children or get them back into your safe care. We have, like I said, a multifaceted expert background. I have a team of amazing advocates, as well as myself, who is the forerunner and the person that is, if you retain us, I am that person that actually court watches your judges, witnesses everything that's happening, and aids and assists you throughout the entire process. One of the things that we're doing, and we've been doing, it was launched last April, is alternative to family court. I cannot emphasize enough that if you're breaking up a relationship, a marriage, and you have children, please do not go to family court. If you can avoid it, and you can come to us and we'll take you through our alternative to family court sessions that will keep your family safe, keep your children safe. If you prioritize your children's well-being, this is the best way to go. And it's not just for your children, but it's your whole life. It's to protect your livelihood, all your finances. Maybe you have businesses, homes. You know, people lose out on everything when they go through the ravages of family court, especially if CPS, what I call Child Protective Services, what I call Child Predator Services, gets involved. then you're really in trouble. And we know this because I've done this work for over 17 and a half years now. I have experts on my team that aid and assist in all aspects of education. So a lot of times what ends up happening when your children are traumatized and ripped away from good, safe, and loving homes and placed into the hands of abusers or placed into the hands of foster care or adopted out or sent into, just all these horrible situations, they now need an IEP, they need a 504 plan, they start regressing, they have a hard time reading. There's all kinds of issues, and we have assistance for that as well. I am very thankful to say that over the years, we have been able to get involved in families' cases, very intricately involved. And each case is a thumbprint, so to speak. So, each case is not one size fits all. It just depends on the case. And our cases are tailored to suit you. We are not attorneys. We do not work for the Bar Association. We do not work for the courts. I am a private organization, and I'm legally allowed to aid and assist you. And it is very broad. As a matter of fact, once your rights are invoked under the Americans with Disability Act, or the knowledge of your rights that are already there are invoked into the court, such as your Articles of Human Rights, your constitutional rights, and of course the Americans with Disability Act, you and I have more immunity than the judges because they're violating the Constitution, the Articles of Human Rights, and the Americans with Disability Act. They no longer have qualified immunity. Now, this is very, very important because people ask us all the time, how do I get your help? Okay, you're going to go here to book a talk on my website, punishedforbeingaparent.com. And Clarice, who's my scheduling and billing coordinator, she'll get you on the calendar as quickly as possible. Even though I am in demand, we have it prioritized to get new clients on the schedule as quickly as possible. It is imperative that you respond to the email and that you follow the instructions on that email. We do have a long waiting list, and we do take clients in order of, once they get their intake and we've done the screening process and the intake process, then we take clients at that point. And because there is a long wait, we do take our new clients right away, and then we can only take a certain amount. So it's kind of hard to explain. It's not like a tier or a schedule like, today's the day we can take new clients. It's as the cases win, or as we've been able to get in and get rid of most of the damage, and now we're seeing like a clearer path for our clients, we can take new clients, because then it's a new convoluted case. We usually get them when they're really bad, and we start to clean house basically, and then we can start taking the next group of people. And that's just how we do it. We have a very, very efficient system. I also want to say that I am a 2-time best-selling author. So I also have 2 best-selling books out there that I highly encourage you to get. You can get them off of Amazon, but they're sold in most bookstores. And the first one is Punished for Protecting the Injustice System of Family Court. I was retaliated by a judge, Ulster County judge in New York State, Judge Anthony McGinty, and you'll see how I won my case. So it's not only your cases I'm winning my own. I won my own. And then my second book, I Survived a Narcissist, You Can Too. Everybody's talking about narcissism. It's become like a household name like bleach. It's ridiculous. And this book is very, very different from all these chit-chatters of what they think narcissism is and so on and so forth. And I highly encourage you to get these books because they're very encouraging, especially if you're going through this type of trauma. And it's a very heartbreaking thing to go through when your children are taken from you and the court stops you from protecting your own children, which you have been created by God to naturally do, is take care for and provide for and keep your children safe and raise them properly. And with the court system the way it is, they are destroying the lives of children. And so we need to put a stop to it. So each individual case helps the cases corporately, so to speak. And there's a lot of different things that we do. You can check out all of my TikTok or YouTube channel, Punished for Protecting, and learn and see all the testimonies, the great testimonies, and just see all the different ways that we step in to help you and your case during this very trying time. I always feel that it's way better to have advocates than it is to have attorneys. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. God bless you. Share this as much as you can. Tell a friend, anybody that needs help. And like I said, there's a lot of instructional videos and testimonies and so on and so forth that I really think that you would enjoy, and I believe that it will help you through this very difficult time. Thank you again and again. It's Book a Talk with Francesca at Punished, the number 4, being a parent. www.familylawsuits.com. Thank you.